What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, well, we have some big news here, and Clay actually posted about this in the official announcements on Discord, but we have covered our investment as a DAO, right, as SPS stakeholders. We have covered our investment into Conclave Arcana already, and the pre-sale is not even over yet. So what do I mean by this? Okay, about 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, in November of last year, 2024, the DAO gave the Splinterlands company 600 million DEC, roughly $600,000 at PEG, to produce Conclave Arcana. So Conclave Arcana has been produced. It is here on the verge of release. We are almost through the pre-sale. And so to recoup that cost, we needed to net 1.2 billion DEC in sales, which we have done, right? Because half goes to the DAO, the other half goes to the team. So as you can see here, we are over the 1.2 billion total DEC or credits spent on Conclave Arcana, which means that the DAO is already in the green. And we have just really we're just getting started if you really think about it, right? So when you take a look at how this breaks down across the different packs, standard packs are now above 20%, right? We're over 100,000 packs that have been sold. Alchemy packs are actually closing in on 50%. So shout out once again to Walking Keys. He thinks that these are going to be the most popular and will probably sell out. And then Legendary are actually also approaching 20% as well, with close to 10,000 packs. So here's the thing: how does the rest of the pre-sale look from here on out? Well, we only have, 4 days remaining, probably even less than that. Let's go over to the site here, and I won't look at my panel. Conclave Arcana, yeah, at least at the time of this recording, 3 days, 20 hours remaining. And the thing is, there's still a lot of big names that have not made a move on the leaderboard, right? Or they're just not, they haven't even bought packs yet. So that is something that I am watching closely. I know that there are several folks who are holding on to a significant chunk of SPS with the intention of burning it for DEC to buy Conclave Arcana packs, again, if SPS pumps. Now, as you can see here, let's go back to Splinter Cards for a second. We are sitting below a penny now. So if there is going to be a pump, I mean, it'll have to come soon, right? Or relatively soon, or it could be something that happens within, again, the next couple of days. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this up is because we are most likely going to see a situation. If somebody is going to come in and try to buy up a ton of SPS, there is a way that you can do this, which actually accomplishes several things, right? One, you're able to bid up the price of SPS, and then you're actually able to lock in your profits to a certain extent by converting it for DEC immediately, right? And since the fee was reduced, I mean, you get even more DEC bang for your buck. And if you're going to spend that on Conclave Arcana anyway, then why not push the price of SPS up 10%, 20%, 25%? Again, this is not a price prediction. I have no idea where it's going to go. Obviously, we were at 40% higher than here before, right? At 1.4 cents. So anything can happen, but it remains to be seen how much of that, pre-sale, I should say pre-sale hype that pushed SPS to 1.4 remains now that we're in this space. I will say, though, that there are a lot of whales out there that are either sitting on a ton of SPS already or may go out and buy more SPS for this purpose. And as we get closer to the end of the pre-sale, I can expect that to go, to push the price of SPS up. Now, that being said, none of this is financial advice. I'm not saying that the price will go up. I'm just saying that there is incentive for people who want to push the price up because they can lock in their profits immediately, as opposed to if you bring SPS up and then you have to sell it for something else, then all of a sudden you lose out on your profits, or other people dump on you on the way down, right? If you are a market mover, if you are a whale, if you are going to be putting in significant volume and you can push the price up significantly across the board, in that way, it becomes really interesting because then you can lock in your profits, and there's going to be a ton of other people that will probably lock in their profits as well by burning SPS for DEC and buying Conclave Arcana packs. Now, what is the fallout from this? Okay, let's look at the benefit first, right? If we do this, I'm not saying that there wouldn't be a dump back in the SPS price. I think absolutely there would be, because not everybody is buying Conclave Arcana packs, so people would sell. But there would be significantly less sell pressure if a ton of SPS was bought and then burned for DEC. Now, the negative side of this, though, like I said, there probably will be a subsequent SPS dump, but it all depends on DEC. I think that there's a chance we could get a DEC overhang with an event like this as well. And this is why I'm all for, like, let's not, do pump and dumps. But obviously, if this is what people want and we can sell a lot more packs, burn a lot more cards, or not cards, but SPS, I mean, the market's going to do what it's going to do, right? I can make a wish list all day long, but the market's going to act the way that it wants to act. But if we do get a significant amount of DEC thrown back into the ecosystem, keep in mind that only half of that goes to the DAO, and then the other half goes to the team, who will recirculate that back into the game economy. And it may take a little while for us to burn through all that DEC or relock it up in the DAO. Now, the good thing is that once the presale is over, I think people will switch back to DEC. And you can see here right now, like, DEC has a 5% discount on these packs. If you want to go in and buy the packs using DEC, you can get a 5% discount right now, since it's trading at 950 Splintoshis. My expectation is that once the general sale starts, right, once we see the fallout from whatever kind of pump happens in the pre-sale, there will be a dump in SPS, there will probably be a slight depegging of DEC, but at that point, it could create an opportunity for people to come in, buy up DEC, relatively low compared to PEG, and then use that to buy more packs, right? There might be a bigger discount than 5%. Who knows? We could get down to 900 or maybe even lower than 900 Splintoshis. Again, all of this assuming that there is a massive spike in the amount of DEC that is minted from this SPS. But again, this is all just speculation. This is all just conjecture based on what I think could happen. Have I been right in the past? No, right? I mean, maybe sometimes here and there, but like I'm just trying to say that this is all speculation, so don't take this as any kind of like law or what's going to happen. But this is just my expectation as we go through. Whenever we have these kind of pump and dump situations, it does tend to mint a lot of DEC, and DEC ultimately does get depegged. But in a way, that may not be a terrible thing, as we have a brand new set here that is highly desired. It's highly marketed. There will be some marketing to bring in new players over the next couple of months, right, with Conclave Arcana out. And if packs are, no, I shouldn't say packs, but if DEC is cheap, then packs are technically cheap as well, right, or cheaper and on a discount if you buy with DEC. So there may be a time where the flywheel essentially takes a break or takes a pause, but once we can eat through that DEC, that's when we get to the sweet spot where we get to a place of equilibrium, where the amount of SPS being burned regularly equals the amount of DEC that's being burned, right, on like a nominal value, and that churn really starts to take a lot of SPS out of the ecosystem. Maybe not right away, but consistently. So we're still a ways away from that. And like I said, there's two major hurdles, like how much are we going to pump, and then how much are we going to subsequently dump with SPS, and then of course DEC. But after that, throughout like the long period of 10 months that Conclave Arcana is going to be out and in the store, that is where the magic could really happen in terms of the flywheel going up slowly, steadily, and consistently. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.